Good morning, dear students. In last class, we had discussed about fuzzy application. One of the fuzzy application, load forecasting. Okay, in today's class, we shall discuss another application of fuzzy load forecasting. Already we have completed, and today we will be discussing load frequency control. Load frequency control. So some of you might have heard about this load frequency control. Anyhow, first I'll give you what is meant by load frequency control, and then we'll discuss how fuzzy logic is used for determining this load frequency control. So in the generator, at the generating station, you need to continuously monitor the frequency and voltage. Okay, the two parameters to be maintained constant are frequency and voltage. It is very essential to maintain constant frequency and constant voltage, because to give a balanced power output from the generator. Definitely you should not allow large variations in real power as well as reactive power also. So you can see this block diagram here. In the block diagram, you have your generator coupled to turbine, and the turbine steam input valve is connected to valve control mechanism, which in turn is connected to load frequency control, which in turn is connected to frequency sensor, which is connected to the generator output. Okay, generator output. So you need to always monitor these two parameters. Small change in real generated power and small change in reactive generated power. Delta Pg, delta Qg. Okay, that is very essential to be monitored. So in order to have constant power output, that is you need to maintain constant voltage and constant frequency also. Okay, these two parameters are to be maintained always constant. So if any variations in this change in real power, change in reactive power are occurring, it will be fed to the frequency sensor. The frequency sensor will give you signal to the load frequency control. So here in the load frequency control, you may be having a PID controller, or you may be having a fuzzy controller also. There is possible chance of including fuzzy controller or PID controller also. So when you want to include a conventional controller, PID controller, which will be utilized for monitoring or controlling the frequency parameter. Similarly, you can use your fuzzy logic controller also. Okay, so here the load frequency control will be controlling your tie line power, change in your tie line power. Okay, that is how we will be learning in the, that is the load frequency control. So next, so in this, the load frequency control is modeled as two area control system. Okay, two area power system. So in the two area power system, this is the block diagram for the two area power system. Turbine generator block will be available, to which you are including a controller. So the generator interface it to grid. Okay, at the generating station, the generator is interfaced to grid, where you should definitely monitor the change in real power, change in reactive power in the line, in each line. So definitely you require to control if there are any large deviations. That deviations are to be minimized with the help of controller. Okay, that controller may be conventional controller or fuzzy logic controller. This is the two area load frequency control system. So this first part is in indicating one area, and the second part is indicating other area. So you are always monitoring the small change in frequencies. The frequency variations are allowed in the, at the generating station will be plus or minus 5%. Okay, plus or minus 5%. So how this is controlled utilizing your controller, the frequency parameter as well as the voltage parameter are to be monitored. So in the MATLAB environment, the simulation block diagram, simulation of your two area power system, where your mathematical model of your two area power system is derived. So this part is including your turbine governor system, and this part is your power system 1. Okay, after deriving mathematical model, this is one power system and this is the other power system. Second area, this is second area. So this total part is including your controller. So here we have included proportional, derivative and integral controller. Okay, proportional, derivative and integral controller, PID controller. So which is always monitoring the incoming signal to the governor. The governor will be acting as a process controller, here process controller to the turbine. So earlier we have seen in your still some people are joining. See here, valve control mechanism. This is giving you control signal to this valve. to which your governor is connected. Okay, you need to monitor your tie line power, which will be having effect on the frequency of your system, power system. So this is the block diagram for your PID controller, and in this PID controller, what sort of changes it will be affecting your system response. Okay, already you might have learned in your control systems the PID controller action. Okay, combination of all the three controllers, you can enhance your transient response and reduce your steady state response. Okay, so proportionally, the proportional controller will be having change in proportional to the given input. Okay, integral controller, which will be enhancing your transient response. Derivative controller, which will be affecting your reducing your steady state response. So in combination of all these three, your process output can be controlled. Okay, your conventional PID controller. So same action can be implemented with the help of a fuzzy logic controller. So in place of PID controller, the process will be same. You require a controlled output. The set points also will be same. Only the controller, PID controller, is replaced with fuzzy logic controller. Okay, so here the fuzzy logic controller has fuzzification, inference mechanism, database, rule-based database, and defuzzification. Defuzzification. So these are all these process we have learned one by one, and different methods also we have learned in inference mechanisms and defuzzification methods. Okay, so how to monitor the load frequency control with the fuzzy logic controller. Okay, so we know definitely the fuzzy logic controller has more advantages than your conventional controller. So it is fed with reference input, and the feedback from your plant output is the CRISP controller input feedback. And here the controller output, fuzzy logic controller output is again CRISP set. CRISP controller output. CRISP controller output. So that CRISP controlled output is fed as input to your process or plant, which will give you the desired plant output. Okay. So here, let us see some of the parameters. The simulation block diagram first, then we will go for the parameters which we will be monitoring in your fuzzy logic controller. You can observe the same power system, the same thermal power system with including governor, turbine, and your power system model. You have taken the mathematical model. The controller is modified. We are including a fuzzy logic controller. Okay. So definitely you require fuzzification, fuzzy inference system. What are the rules to be monitored, and defuzzification method. So all this process will be included in this fuzzy logic controller. So how that will be monitored and what parameters we will be considering, we will see now. So here you are monitoring your frequency. I'll show you the actual base paper. Then you can understand more clearly. So this is the parameters. Hope my screen is visible. Sorry, let me share it. So this is the load frequency control of two area power system using PID and fuzzy logic control. So this is the actual paper from which, so you need to monitor always the tie line, okay, power flow in the tie line as per the varying dynamics. Okay, see, your generators are expected to maintain synchronism with the tie line and connected areas. So you have two types of control mechanisms. Control frequency in the interconnected power system. First one is primary speed control and second one is secondary speed control. So the speed control creates alterations in the frequency. So that is always to be monitored. Your frequency variation in the load is always affecting the frequency parameter. So definitely you need to monitor and maintain a constant frequency. So these are the equations for your governor with dynamics, turbine with dynamics, load and machine with dynamics. So already the system parameters are time constant of the generator, time constant of the turbine, speed regulation constants R1, R2, B1, B2, feedback bias coefficients, Kp, proportional gain constant, Tp, power system time constant, and A1, A2, synchronizing power coefficient. So these are the parameters in the two area power system. So for the PID controller, usually Kp, Ki, Kd values for first area, and for second area what you need to be considered. So from the mathematical model, so coming to fuzzy logic controller. you need to go for fuzzification, inference mechanism, rule base, and defuzzification. Definitely you require fuzzification in order to model your Simulink model in the MATLAB environment.
వీడియో కాన్ఫరెన్స్ ఉండేమన్నట్టు
So here you are designing the rules between which is giving you the relation between input and output of fuzzy controller with the knowledge of load frequency controller. So here the two inputs to your fuzzy logic controller you can observe in this block diagram. Okay, CE. So fuzzy logic controller, you have to monitor what is the settling time, peak overshoot, and steady state error. So ultimately the output of PID controller is also giving you settling time, peak overshoot, and steady state error. You need to reduce your steady state error. You need to enhance your transient performance. Also, you need to monitor your settling time, peak overshoot, and steady state error. So these are the linguistic variables for the fuzzy rule base. So after giving you certain rules, your membership function you have selected are triangular membership function. So for both input and output also you require triangular membership function. For both the inputs, for two area power system, you are considering triangular membership function for the two inputs. For your output also you are considering your triangular membership function. Coming to fuzzy inference system, you are considering Mamdani fuzzy inference system, rule based, where you are framing the rules. So in the Mamdani you have two antecedents and one consequent. Okay, these blocks are directly available in your simulation model in MATLAB. The fuzzy inference blocks are available, membership functions are also available. As per your requirement, you need to change these parameters. So finally, comparing the performance in the both the PI and fuzzy logic controller. So if you are observing the settling time in the output of your PID controller is 5, overshoot is 0.2, steady state error is 0. Fuzzy logic controller, the settling time is 4 and overshoot is 0.2 and your steady state error is 0. So here you can observe the lesser the settling time, the more will be your transient response, transient performance of your system. That is, it will give you accurate controlled output. So your fuzzy logic controller is giving you best response when compared to your conventional controller. Let me show you the nodes I have downloaded. See, in the power system, operation and control, always the load is varying continuously and randomly. See, day by day, the users are increasing. The power consuming users are increasing. So definitely load is always changing. Okay. The variation of load will be changing your real and reactive powers. Is my screen visible? Sorry, I did not share. Let me share it. Always in the power system, operation and control, the load is varying continuously and randomly. So the varying load will be changing your real and reactive powers. So for the maintenance of constant voltage and constant frequency, you require your power system to be always monitored. Okay. So the steam input to the turbo generator must be continuously regulated to meet the active power demand. Okay. That the steam input to your turbine should be always monitored. If that part is failing, definitely it will be affecting your active power generated from the generator. So maximum permissible frequency variation is plus or minus 0.5 hertz. And also you need to monitor excitation of the generators in order to regulate reactive power demand with the reactive generation. So for that purpose, you have automatic voltage regulator installed at the generation station only. So manual regulation of this voltage and frequency is not feasible, is not possible. So automatic generation and voltage regulation equipment is installed at the each generator. So you need to monitor the frequency at the generation end as well as voltage also to be regulated to in order to meet the active power demand as well as to meet the reactive power demand. So this process of controlling or monitoring the frequency and voltage is known as load frequency control. So load frequency control using fuzzy logic. See, in your last year question paper, they have mentioned, they have directly given what is meant by fault diagnosis. Okay, first part of your 6th unit. So there is a probable chance of getting your load forecasting or load frequency control using fuzzy logic. So you need to mention this block diagram. What is the concept of load frequency control? This block diagram. And next, fuzzy logic. What are the basic methods, basic terms included in the fuzzy logic? Fuzzifier, fuzzy inference engine, which will be interfaced to fuzzy rule base, and defuzzifier, which will give you the crisp output. So you need to define the objectives and criteria. What you are trying to control, what do you have to control the system, what sort of response do you need, what are possible system failure modes. So define and determine input output relationship. You need to derive some minimum number of variables for the input of fuzzy logic engine. So here you are selecting error and rate of change in error. E is indicating error and rate of change of error is CE. So using rule based structure, you need to rewrite your rules. If X and Y, then Z, as per the desired output response for a given input conditions. Next, fourth step, create fuzzy logic membership function, which defines the meaning of input and output terms used in rules. Next, fifth step, create the necessary pre and post processing fuzzy logic routines if implemented in software. Otherwise, program the rules in fuzzy logic hardware engine. Last step, test the system performance and tune the rules and membership functions. Retest until satisfactory results are obtained. So these are the basic 6 steps you need to follow in your fuzzy methodology. So here I have already shown you the slide pertaining to rule based. So error and change in error. So in your block diagram, here you are bringing the feedback from the output of your power system. So one indication included part is your error and the other one is change in error, rate of change in error. Linguistic variables, see, LN is indicating least negative, okay, medium negative, small negative, sorry. LN is indicating large negative value, okay. MN is indicating medium negative value. SN is indicating small negative value. Z is indicating 0. Small positive, medium positive, and large positive. If error is large positive and change in error is large negative, so the output is 0. So you need to monitor error and change in error. You need to monitor error and change in error. So the rule based table is framed based on your negative value of your error or positive value of error or 0. So for each combination, the rule set are defined in the linguistic variables. So once the rules, fuzzy inference system, the rules are defined, you are considering your defuzzification process. So in the defuzzification process, again, you need to select a membership function. So for input, you have selected two triangular membership functions. For the output also, for defuzzification, you need to consider one triangular membership function. So once the rules are processed, the defuzzifying, the output is defuzzified. That is, the output of your fuzzy inference mechanism is converted into crisp values. So the crisp values will be your controlled crisp output to your plant, which will give you the desired plant output response. So you need to monitor delta F and delta V in the load frequency control. So once the comparison between the two controllers, PID controller and fuzzy logic controller. So the output response, you are monitoring your settling time, overshoot and steady state error. Okay. So if you have any queries, you can ask me now. See, basically, you are learning the applications of your fuzzy logic and neural network. So using fuzzy logic, we have learned two applications: load frequency control and load forecasting, which we have discussed in our last class. Okay, if you have any queries, you can ask me now. Please type in the chat box.